You're ready to move forward. Alyssa with a really great ride, did really well on her backside to create dynamic maneuvers in between those big hits that she had. And I'm a huge fan of Brisa. She surfs so well on the open face and a great start.
How can you not love Punta Roca? We are straight into a wave in heat number 7 of round 1. Alyssa Spencer is already getting the ball rolling right now. Foamy looking face, but a lot of size on it. And Liz is handling it pretty well here. Bit of chatter to work with through this mid phase, but such a strong goofy footer. Has had 2 semi-final appearances this year. She'd love another one here in El Salvador. This wave completely reeling off, bowly looking section, attacked by Alyssa Spencer here. She's going to keep this one going all the way down. One of the longest waves we've seen surfed all throughout the day so far, with a nice and tidy finish. Alyssa Spencer looking sharp to kick this heat off. We love when there's straightaway action in our heats right now. Those big punchy end sections here, and then a different stance, goofy footer. This one was a long wave, maybe less big attacking moments like we saw in Brisa's.
So here's your challenge as a goofy footer. Today this has happened a fair amount, and everybody's done well with it, as did Alyssa. These turns, very challenging to get scores out of. It's open-faced work. You have to make it look presented well and high performance. It's like a bit of a backside wrap, and ultimately she knew she was setting up for this turn, which she delivered on, and that looked really good. And then coming into the back part of this wave, at this point it's about finishing very strong. And again, here's that section. She had to wait, and then deliver. And coming down with the convergent water is really hard.
To keep on pulsing throughout the day, Brisa Hennessy is her matchup in this heat. She's going to get her campaign started here too. Just take a look at the size of this swell. It has seriously started building through this mid part of the day. Great looking carve here for Brisa. Such smooth rail work here. Comes into the final section. There's a lot to hold on to, with a lot of water coming back in behind her there. So 2 different rides, but a lot of power already this year. But Brisa hasn't made it out of this round yet. So this is a big heat for her. For sure. And here it must feel so good to start your heat knowing that. And you just get into a nice face carve here. Her board, of course, she's choosing the Mikey Febbs round tail. Looks great, actually projecting through these 2 carves, and is able to close it down with this maneuver. This last section has been hard for the surfers. It's almost a Bell's Beach ending section where it draws you out of the pocket to hit a funky white water, and both of these surfers do a great job of coming down with it, as that's the most important part of it. So watch right here as we're looking at this carve. This is what she's known for, is those sweeping arcs on her forehand. Brisa, she looks at home everywhere in the world, but she's kind of had a little bit of a rough run this year, and I'm excited for her to flip the switch on that. It's kind of giving also the Margs end section, which is the amount of water that's coming back down behind. It's kind of where we see the swell push in enough that it's still bowly, but it's got more space to allow more turns on the open face here. Alyssa Spencer is going to take this one. It's a long, drawn-out bottom turn. Gets to the lip, but probably doesn't connect quite like she wants to. Now starts to wind up. That's a better-looking second turn here for Alyssa Spencer. Drags out a bottom turn again. A good-looking third turn here for Liz. Another solid wave
for that last turn. And as we watch Alyssa, a big note here with Alyssa was on this, I believe it's this next turn, is the way she loads up on her bottom turn is incredible. She's able to hold it, almost grab the rail, and then it accelerates really quickly up the face and is able to punch out of the pocket. And that's a big weapon for Alyssa. She uses it a lot. It's cool because
has proven to be pretty tricky to make over this last couple of heats. Brisa now on her second wave, patient. Love the high line, waiting for this wave to meet her, not forcing anything. Carve here. A lot of foam to deal with too for Brisa Hennessy right now. Wow, big end section, and goes down for Brisa Hennessy. A lot of fans on the beach here supporting Brisa, but that end section has proven time and time again, it's tricky when it gets a bit bigger.
Really hairy floater can do the same kind of score.
And then Brisa on this one, I felt like just her timing, wow, that first carve was insane, but just not forcing anything here.
Yeah, I love her timing. Like you mentioned, she seems relaxed. Like right there, knowing you've got a really great opening carve, being able to not force it in this zone, and dancing her way. So right here, she's thinking, I got to load up and deliver. If I pull this last maneuver, gets caught kind of in between with her bottom turn line.
It's now what's funny is I never reach for my bigger boards. I just always believe that my 5.7s are going to do the job. But I feel like it's probably something that would be better to do more and try it out and push harder on those type of models. Brisa on hers looking so sharp. This looks to be the similar sort of spray and equipment she's had over the Aussie leg as well. Wow, massive second turn here for Brisa Hennessy. Holds that bottom turn, draws even harder through that third carve here, building momentum. Brisa, this is the fire she's been chasing all season. Massive end turn here for Brisa Hennessy. She gets the ride out. I'm talking 4-5 big turns. This is guaranteed got to be a good number right now.
I'm not kidding you. I just got chicken skin watching that. That was insane. This is a very unique approach line here. It almost looks like mid-face. She cuts back right here, snaps the line over, and then drops to the bottom, allowing the wave to steepen up, and then delivers.
Wow.
That sort of 1-2 punch right there, you know you're off to the races. And at that point, then it kind of becomes like, okay, look, we know the end sections have been brutal. Let's focus, slow down. But this, again, it's tough timing. She gets there a little bit earlier, gets out of the lip so she doesn't have to deal with that impact. What a great ride.
I actually love that she got there earlier. I feel like she learned from that last wave and thought, okay, let's put this into practice now. Just that second turn as well was so under the lip. It was so meaty coming back towards her. But the fact that she's not afraid to attack those sections at full speed as well and is constantly adapting from mistakes learnt on previous rides.
Yes.
This is an in-form Brisa Hennessy
100%.
right now.
It's so smart. That turn is, maybe we sacrificed a little bit of radicality, but like she pulled it. And that's an incredible ride. It's presented so well. And they have kind of a crew of girls and they push the limit at lowers or Oceanside and that. So I'm sure they'll be having fun.
Alyssa Spencer on the answer back now. Needs a 917, can break it down in 2. Let's see what she can do here. Great first connection. That was a hard, tricky section to try and handle here. Drives hard into that second carve. Let's see what this section is going to do. Starts to stand up. Alyssa pushes harder through this third, fourth section. Drives straight into it. No downtime. Right now, Alyssa Spencer, she's going to try and get one more big hit down the line here. It's going to bowl out for her. Fins slightly losing, but she's going to hold on. I thought that board was going to skip out on her for a second. Gally likes it. Can see Jake's clapping as well. So those end moments where it's the final piece to the puzzle, they're the ones that get you on the edge of the seat, like, oh, please make this end section.
Incredible. The way she timed all of these turns were spotless. You really had to take your time after this maneuver, create the space. Watch as she goes into the flats a little bit here and then projects up to the wave faces, gets as vertical as she can. It's tough. If you don't get vertical on your backhand, you're not getting it done basically at this level, and the scores will shine that way. She did so great. Like, those turns were epic. And then here, I thought she was going to end the wave, project through this. It's a funky section, right, Jessie?
It looks really tricky. And then this one, it was one of those ones with timing where everyone is treating this as almost like a refresh, a restart. And I feel like Brisa, you can see, is channeling that the most here from what we've seen so far today. Big looking wall in front of our Costa Rican surfer right now. Brisa, again, just biding her time. I love how she's not trying to run away or out-surf these waves. But that one, similar to what we saw even at Snapper and at Raglan, sometimes those big walls, when you think about how good both of these women have been surfing, Brisa's waves have had the most incredible bowl to them. Alyssa Spencer, though, using up priority here, needs an 801, drawn out bottom turn, heaps of foam on the face, but it feels like she's channeling it really well. Great looking second turn here for Alyssa Spencer, hoping this one starts to clean up a little bit more as it drifts off down the line. Looks like it's slowly starting to taper away here. We know there's a big inside section on these solid waves. If you want to go excellent, you've got to hit it. Alyssa, she's going to go at it, but a meaty looking end section coming back towards her there.
I mean, she probably felt the presence of that last section the entire ride.
End section, though, it was one of those ones, you know it's looming, you're thinking to yourself, I've got to hit it, and then it comes, and it's just so, it's pretty gnarly, that end section.
It's so gnarly, but all of these sections actually are very challenging to hit. She does a great job of staying really close to the foam to allow the wave to steepen up as much as it possibly can. You know, like we talked about earlier with the set waves, it seems like a lot of them push off the cobblestones and then come over over this section right here, which creates a rib, and she has to get over the top of that to then hit that next section. And
for Brisa, and thinking we spoke about it with Al in the Dawn Patrol, this is a place that can pretty easily feel like home for her. It's not too far away from Costa Rica.
100%. And we've tapped into that. Like in South America, the energy is vibrant in each one of these countries, but they group together and support each other, and they show up. And we see it with Al Cleland, we see it with Brisa, and it's awesome even seeing the local contingent with Brian Perez and Melvin and these guys. There's so much spirit and fun because it's a big deal.